There's no time because Sentinels are rushing in towards this side. Good trade to start it out. Coldamenta holding close still, only good for the one. The operator misses, and TenZ might just have shown up when they needed him. Up above by Nukia, waiting for TenZ to come up the ropes. And he does.
This time it's looking like G2 might just pick up the pace.
It certainly does. Nukia's watching for the flank play, holding it down, but might be caught on the cross, and he'll be on his way because Sick has already been taken down, but there it is. Shazam trading it back, taking out the star player for G2 in this map so far. That could be a huge blow to the attacking side, but they have got the spike planted. Time is on their side, and as it ticks away ever faster, Sentinels need to make this B retake work. It hasn't been successful for them so far, but they haven't had this kind of weaponry in the past.
This is the Avova spot. This is one of those positions where he sticks in all the time. TenZ on a late flank, he's been spotted. They're expecting him now, but could act as a bit of a distraction. And quickly, Sentinels just dropped 3 players. It's left all onto Mixwell, and his burst through the screen is not going to achieve anything. Another solid retake from Sen. It seems like they found their footing. Or does TenZ hear the footsteps?
I think he did. I
Yeah.
think he might just about have caught them. Shazam's ready with the operator for a quick kill, and he's not even the point man on this round. He'll take first contact, but now it's all about buying time for TenZ's flank. And the question is, does anyone on G2 look back towards their spawn? And for now, the answer is definitively no.
And they've also stacked up the remaining players. There's even one watching into mid just to try and hold off the flank. This is being perfectly played at the moment by Sentinels. They have them trapped, and G2 have to try and fight out. Mixwell, though, has been able to find one. And this could give them at least a little bit of space. The problem, though, is the spike has currently dropped all the way back towards 10. So he's called for that little bit of extra support. Shazam, though, he misses his shot.
Yeah, he's going to be tagged up massively. Has to be so cautious about any future fights that he wants to take. Waiting for his teammates to rotate into position for G2.
30 seconds left.
Moving around to grab that spike's going to be pretty tough, and Nukia knows that he's about to run into a couple of players. TenZ shutting him down. A 3rd kill for that man in this round, and that pretty much cements the save for G2. If Mixwell finds an opportunity right away, sure, maybe they go for it, but instead he runs right into the operator of Sentinel.
Well, when he goes onto the defensive side, Shazam, I expect him to be running right at Nukia, though. This is what I mean. He's going to be taking these aggressive fights, I believe, even into the buy rounds, using that Reyna exactly for that purpose, almost countering the exact thing the TenZ is going to try and do on the other side. This time, though, it hasn't worked out. The site has fallen. Now, the spike still has to rotate in, and there's going to be a slightly more aggressive rotation coming out from Kellogg's to try and spot them as they go through.
Yeah, Sentinels have such a huge advantage in all the ranged fights that they take. With a minute left, they don't need to feel shoehorned into pushing just yet. But they have obviously got the side. That was an ambitious play by Mixwell. Been watching some bunny VODs, has he? So they won't be getting anything done here in Avova. Well, trying to make it costly. A double kill for him before he eventually goes down. He was godlike on land. But is that going to happen every time? No. And you need something else for it to work with when it doesn't. Mixwell's being sucked in, but he's managing to get out of the gravity well and make it back towards the top of middle. That operator stays in, and even though they've rezzed up, they still have a man disadvantage. Mixwell is giving them no space to breathe. In fact, looking to take TenZ down yet again, but they'll eventually concede control. Allow middle to go into Sentinel's hands, but at a heavy, heavy cost.
They still have a man disadvantage, even with the res currently in play. You've got Coldamenta waiting as well with pretty much his full set of utility alongside a star as well from Avova, so you can look to try and pull any close players, but again, it's just delaying them that little bit further as they try and make their way through. This time, though, they do manage to destroy the second Nano Swarm. So he's not going to be able to do much damage.
Get that utility on the replay after on the EVS. We need that on the big screen. That was absolutely gorgeous, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on. There's no time because Sentinels are rushing in towards this side. Good trade to start it out. Coldamenta holding close still, only good for the one. The operator misses, and TenZ might just have shown up when they needed him. 3 kills out of this young man. The problem is, even though they've ulted site, they don't have spike. It's held up above by Nukia, waiting for TenZ to come up the ropes. And he does. That is the spike retrieved, and what should be an easy plant and a very difficult clutch out of Kellogg's. The position he's in, though, will they expect it? He's wrapped all the way through middle, come up behind them and be main. Sadly, he doesn't quite catch the jump on them. he'll have to give away his position pretty soon.
Yeah, they'll have worked it out by now. Yep. They're already clearing the back of the site. They've made it through to the spawn as well, and it seems like they have an incredibly good idea of where the last man of G2 is standing. TenZ has exploded into the server, but can Kellogg's ruin it for the side of Sentinels? Absolutely not. TenZ goes from bottom of the scoreboard to top in one round, and who's surprised?
Sentinels sending a few players in through middle. That's where the spike is, but it won't be able to move all too far forward. They are using a lot of utility to keep them out. The lockdown surely going to be a big problem for them. In fact, Sentinels are rushing onto the site. They're going to try to get out the other side of it, and they will. They've made it all the way through. Huge commitment from G2, and it sees practically no reward. The spike retrieved. Can Sick get out of there, though? Oh, no! Mixwell whiff! And that might just have given them the opening. Coldamenta not able to answer up when needed, and Nukia has to clutch it out.
1 versus 3, and he's not even going to get a second's notice. A one-off for a couple of them. I feel like they need to find something first before anything comes through, and Sick is just going to farm up a couple of his own, leaving 3 players remaining now. 2 of them aren't going to be at least in the right spot, but they're just being picked apart. Every duel being won by the side of Sentinels. What started off as a scary prospect going into their map choice now starts to look pretty good. We do have to bear in mind, Mitch, they are on the attacking side of Split, and we put this map over at least a bit to the defensive side.
Most definitely, and it's that ace out of TenZ that's a huge turning point for the side.
Aggressive start to the round, already looking to try and fight into middle. A lot of damage done onto Kellogg's, and TenZ is going to duck away. They can't quite hunt him down. He'll escape into the ropes, where he has a little bit of backup.
TenZ and friends looking to take this fight together, and TenZ knows there's an alarm bot up close. But now he might have the advantage as he swings on this fight. Frenzy in play, beautiful shot to take Coldamenta down. And G2, 3 versus 5. This pistol could be huge for Sentinels to give them that little bit of a boost into the half that they may so desperately need. For now, at least, things are looking incredible. How did he get a headshot out of that with the Frenzy spray down mid? The damage will be healed up on. That's the only problem.
The rest of the team are now looking to make their move in towards the A side. Now, there's a couple of stars available for them to at least try and slow down this push. And the problem for G2 is there's not a lot of time. They're going to try and take that elevated angle across, but it is clean from Sentinels, leaving just 1 man standing. Avova with 15 seconds left. This pistol has gone the way of Sentinels.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I guess Nuki's not going to do anything.
Yeah, no, it was an attempt for G2 to almost just go dark, sit back and go, okay, there's nobody here. With a spam through from Shazam, it's going to at least earn him a little bit. They don't even know the Sick is waiting in this corner. A spray down to farm him an extra few orbs. Now Kellogg's, if he can get an extra kill here, I'd say this is a success.
Very aggressive. So on top of the box, another kill for Kellogg's. He's going out for more, and I mean, he gave a little bit of a haircut away, but TenZ walks out looking fresh. It is 8-6. Going a little bit aggressive on B main. I like that. Jump spot in the early stages. Here's the boombot, drops the orb, and just gets the hell out of there. And the most important thing is this stops them from really getting that ult orb themselves. TenZ blinded up by the Leer, and so they have time to take him down. Sure. Oh, what is that from Dapper? Sick drop shotting down, but Dapper doesn't need any help. He's already picked up 3, and he stops them from crossing to the site. That wall broken instantaneously. What a hold from this man.
There is still time for G2 to play with.
But if Kellogg's goes down here, that's the spike on the floor, and he turns at just the wrong moment. Shazam with godlike timing, putting it down. 30 seconds left in the round, spike to be retrieved, and Sentinels are starting to set up to punish it. Avova strikes at the right moment. He has a read on Sick, and he shut him down too. 3 kills for Avova, and he needs to find the 4th with 50 HP. He's made the right gamble, going for the A site where the plant will be his. But Zoms is looking a whole lot healthier. Oh, if he put 1 star down now and got a pull off, he could actually win the round, but that's a little bit much to expect. The plant's coming in now, and we will have a 1v1 setup.
There's a fairly long rotation, and it gives time for a reposition. Avova almost has to take an off angle here, but Zoms almost definitely going to be predicting this aggressive play. It needs to be the headshot, and Zoms is going to close out the round.
A lot of the time, it's not an ultimate that does a lot for you in general. It's basically a smoke, right? Blocking off the 1 angle here or there. Sometimes allowing a few deeper plays. That is one hell of a shot. TenZ needs to run. caught between a snake bite and a nade. Shazam's taken down. Lear going out. They've got this site control, and there's nothing Sick can do with the Lear being up with Zoms and Sick combined to take that double, shutting down the attempted push by G2 and making this next to impossible for them to get anything done, especially if TenZ kept fragging like that. But with him falling, Kellogg's might have an opportunity, but he didn't expect that. I mean, how could you? Sick is just running at them, leaving Avova to clutch again, and it will not happen. But there we go.
It is.
This is a huge bait. They see that orb, they think there's no way someone's here, but Sick is. He's trapped in the corner, though, and taken down, and as Dapper tries to escape, he is pursued. Shazam eliminated in middle. Now the split comes to fruition. Mixwell's back online with the res, and Avova is on his way. He is creeping close. He's hearing the steps. He knows exactly where Dapper is. Avova, good for one, but it's a trade out. Sentinels are keeping this competitive. Zoms has to make a big clutch happen. He's going to stop them from planting for just a moment. No, actually, he doesn't. It's a little bit too deep. He was hoping that this was going to be a plant in for main. Oh, the jump, just the wrong time, but he still gets away with a frag. In fact, he has more HP than Colton, and he wins it out. 3 kills for Zoms, a massive clutch, and Sentinels take the lead. Definitely what we talked about, the impact Shazam can have, and he's about to take a challenge. There's the kill right away onto Koldamenta. He's going out for more, looking for a victim. The Lear popped up by his teammate. Confirms there's still a player on the left side at least. TenZ wants to push on forward. It's all a bait for Kellogg's to try and catch a frag, and that he does, but Shazam deals with him as well. Almost swell too. 4 versus 2, pistols in play, but G2 have gained control of the B site. And look at this massive rotate from Mixwell. Knife out, running through spawn. He might just be able to get on there for a plant. It's all down to Nukia though. How much can he get done? And a free kill. He can dismiss over there, confirming there's another player holding up in heaven. Dapper on his way through, but he'll get the kill. And now this is almost unwinnable for Mixwell.
Yeah, if he gets a kill, he has the showstopper, but Dapper's not going to allow for anything more.
Mixwell has been blast packing past this utility time and time again. Gonna go for the same this time around. Right by. No, he gets caught up. Zoms, good for 1. Sick trading from above, even in for 2. And then Shazam walks through, but he's taken down by Kellogg's. This man showing up when he needs to. Plant on backside, and a 2 versus 2. Sentinels need to try and force this fight soon before Rez can come through. The right up close. TenZ catches 1, but Kellogg's needs to clutch it out. The Rez pulls 1 back online. Dapper has to take the fight, and that's information. It's all that Kellogg's wanted. He just needs a 1 more bullet. Dapper, 31 HP, and Sentinels just about stay alive. 1 shot from Dapper, a headshot to put 11 on the board.